Be me. 22-year-old psychology major who thinks she can save anyone. Meet this guy Derek at campus coffee shop. Looks like he hasn't slept in 3 days. He's wearing a Naruto headband unironically and arguing with the barista about whether anime is real art. Something about him screams project, and my savior complex goes into overdrive. Approach him after his failed philosophical debate about Sasuke's character arc. Hey, I couldn't help but notice you seem passionate about storytelling. His eyes light up like I just activated his trap card. Finally, someone who gets it. We start talking and turns out he's a film major who got rejected from every internship because he keeps submitting scripts about misunderstood anti-heroes. Also hasn't done laundry in 2 weeks and survives entirely on energy drinks and pizza rolls. Red flags everywhere, but my brain goes, I can make him better. Exchange numbers and I immediately start Operation Fix Derek. Day 1 of Reformation, I show up at his dorm with meal prep containers and a schedule. His roommate Jake opens the door looking horrified. Are you from social services? No, I'm his friend, and I'm here to help him get his life together. Jake just shakes his head and whispers, God help you, before leaving. Derek's room looks like a tornado hit a GameStop. Posters of The Dark Knight and Fight Club everywhere, empty monster cans forming a pyramid in the corner. Okay, first things first, we need to clean this place. He looks genuinely confused, like I just suggested burning his entire collection. But I know where everything is in this organized chaos. Spend 4 hours cleaning while he complains about how society doesn't understand creative minds. Make him shower, he emerges looking almost human. See, don't you feel better? I guess, but now I can't find my lucky writing pen. It was under a pile of Taco Bell wrappers, crisis averted. Week 2, I convince him to come to the gym with me. He shows up in cargo shorts and a shirt that says I paused my game to be here. People are staring, but he's completely oblivious. Put him on a treadmill, he lasts exactly 4 minutes before declaring cardio is a capitalist conspiracy. The system wants us tired so we can't think critically. A buff dude next to us chuckles and says, or maybe you're just out of shape, bro. Derek tries to debate him about the philosophy of physical fitness. I drag him away before he gets stuffed in a locker. Convince him to do some basic weights instead. He actually enjoys it and starts talking about how lifting is like character development in Rocky. Small victory, I'll take it. Week 3, decide to tackle his social skills. Convince him to come to a party my friend Rachel is throwing. He shows up in a blazer over a graphic tee that says, trust me, I'm a film major. Rachel raises an eyebrow at me. I mouth, I'm working on it. The party is going fine until Derek corners someone and starts explaining why The Last Jedi is actually a misunderstood masterpiece. The guy looks like he wants to jump out the window. I rescue him and introduce Derek to my friend Amy, who's also into movies. So what kind of films do you like? Anything with substance, not like the Marvel garbage everyone consumes mindlessly. Amy's wearing a Captain America shirt. Abort mission, this is going downhill fast. Somehow Derek doesn't notice and keeps rambling about directorial vision. Amy excuses herself to get a drink and never comes back. Find her later hiding in the bathroom with Rachel. Your project is kind of intense. I know, but I'm making progress. He showered twice this week without reminding. Rachel just sighs and pours more wine. Month 2, Derek is actually improving slightly. He's eating real food, his room stays clean for more than 24 hours. He even made a friend in his editing class named Marcus. Marcus is the opposite of Derek. Super chill film bro who just wants to make wedding videos for money. They argue constantly about artistic integrity versus commercial success. You're selling out before you even start, man. And you're going to be broke living in your mom's basement, but go off. Somehow they become best friends through these debates. I'm feeling pretty proud of my progress until Derek shows up at my apartment at 2 a.m., banging on the door like the police, open it to find him holding flowers from the 7-Eleven and looking determined. I've been thinking a lot about character arcs and personal growth. Oh no, I know this look. And I realize that you've been my mentor figure, but in every good story, the mentor and the hero have this moment where Derek, no, where they realize their connection is deeper. Derek, absolutely not. I think I'm in love with you. There it is, the thing I was afraid of. Spend an hour explaining that I care about him as a friend and want to see him succeed, but don't have romantic feelings. He takes it surprisingly well, probably because he's used to rejection. That's fair. Can we still be friends, though? Of course, that's what I want. He leaves, and I think crisis averted. Wrong, so very wrong. Next day, Jake calls me sounding panicked. What did you do to him? What? I just turned him down gently. I was nice about it. Well, now he's acting weird, weirder than normal. Rush over to find Derek dressed like he's going to a yacht club. Polo shirt, khakis, hair slicked back, the whole 9 yards. Derek, what is this? If nice guys finish last, then maybe I shouldn't be nice anymore. Oh God, I've created a monster. That's not what I meant at all. You fixed me, made me better, but you still didn't want me, so clearly being fixed isn't enough. He's pulling out his phone, showing me videos about confidence and alpha male nonsense. Derek, those guys are scammers. Or maybe they understand what women actually want. Spend an hour trying to explain that's not how any of this works. He's not listening, just keeps talking about self-improvement and becoming high value. This is the opposite of what I wanted. Week later, Marcus calls me laughing so hard he can barely breathe. You need to see this. Meet him at the coffee shop where Derek is on what appears to be a date. He's sitting across from a girl named Jessica from his screenwriting class, wearing sunglasses indoors and has his arms stretched across the back of the booth like he's Don Draper. Jessica looks confused but interested, which is concerning. So, yeah, I've been really focusing on my goals lately, no distractions. That's cool, I like ambitious guys. He's doing this weird smirk thing that looks painful. Marcus and I are watching from across the shop like nature documentary observers. This is your fault, he whispers while filming on his phone. I know. Derek's date actually seems to be going well, which makes no sense. Jessica is laughing at his terrible jokes and touching his arm. What is happening? This is not how I expected this to go. They exchange numbers and she leaves looking happy. Derek walks over to us looking smug. See? Confidence works. You were wearing sunglasses inside and quoted Andrew Tate twice. And I got her number. So maybe the world doesn't work the way you think it does. Can't argue with results, but this feels wrong somehow. Over the next month, Derek goes on this weird transformation journey. He starts going to the gym regularly and actually gets kind of built. Trades his anime shirts for button-ups and boots. Grows out his beard, and suddenly looks like he could be in a cologne commercial. The worst part is, it's working. People are responding to him differently. Girls who never gave him the time of day are suddenly interested. Even guys are treating him with more respect. Jake is disturbed by the whole thing. He's become what he used to make fun of. Last week he called someone mid. Maybe this is just a phase. He joined a fraternity. Derek, the guy who said Greek life was for mindless sheep. This is bad, really bad. Try to talk to him at the gym where he now basically lives. He's deadlifting while wearing a tank top that says, "Embrace discomfort." Hey, can we talk? Make it quick. I have a study session with Jessica and then drinks with the Kappa Sig guys. Who is this person and what did he do with Derek? I feel like you're taking this self-improvement thing too far. He racks the weight and turns to me looking annoyed. You literally told me to improve myself. Yeah, but not like this. You're losing who you are. Who I was, couldn't get a date and lived in filth. Forgive me for wanting more. He has a point, but also he's completely missing mine. There's a middle ground between depression nest and fraternity, bro. Why do you care? You rejected me, remember? That stings because it's true. Storm off feeling guilty and confused about this whole situation. Month 3 of new Derek, things are getting out of control. He's now the vice president of his fraternity, somehow. Throws parties at the frat house and always has different girls around. Started a podcast about masculine excellence that actually has followers. Marcus and Jake stage an intervention at my apartment. We need old Derek back, Marcus says. The weird one who argued about anime and ate pizza rolls. At least that Derek had a personality. This Derek is just a collection of red pill talking points. Jake nods vigorously. Yesterday he told me I had a scarcity mindset because I was loyal to my girlfriend. What do you want me to do? I created this mess. We spend an hour brainstorming and come up with nothing useful. Marcus suggests we set him up to fail somehow, but that feels manipulative. Jake suggests just talking to him honestly again. Decide to try the honest approach one more time. Go to Derek's frat house for one of his parties. The place is packed with people I don't recognize. Find him in the kitchen, surrounded by freshman girls hanging on his every word. And that's why Scorsese was right about Marvel movies. They're all nodding like he's a philosophy professor. Wait until he's alone getting a drink. We need to talk. About what? How I'm finally successful? About how you've become everything you used to hate. He laughs, but it sounds hollow. Maybe what I hated was being a loser. You weren't a loser, you were just rough around the edges. Rough around the edges doesn't get you respect or dates or opportunities. We argue for 20 minutes while the party rages around us. He's so convinced this new version is better that nothing I say matters. Leave feeling defeated and genuinely worried. 2 weeks later, get a call from Jessica. Hey, this is going to sound weird, but I need to tell you something about Derek. My heart sinks. What now? We've been dating for a while, and at first he seemed great, confident and driven. But lately it's like he's performing all the time, like he's playing a character. Tell her the whole story about how I tried to help him and accidentally created this new persona. She's quiet for a long moment. That actually makes so much sense. I thought I was going crazy. We form an unlikely alliance to save Derek from himself. Jessica invites him to watch old movies at her place, specifically the artsy ones he used to love. He shows up in his new uniform of expensive streetwear and immediately starts critiquing the film choices. This is pretty pretentious stuff, don't you think? You literally showed me your Criterion collection on our second date. He looks uncomfortable, like she's caught him in a lie. Yeah, well, I was trying too hard back then. And you're not trying hard now? She's good at this, hitting him with logic he can't argue with. Meanwhile, I coordinate with Marcus and Jake to remind Derek of who he used to be. Marcus invites him to work on a student film project, the kind of artsy thing old Derek would have loved. New Derek initially refuses, saying he's too busy with his podcast and gym schedule. Come on, man. It's about a guy struggling with identity and transformation. Derek pauses at that, something flickering in his eyes. Fine, but only if we can film it efficiently. I don't have time for pretentious 20-take shots. It's something at least. They start filming and something interesting happens. Derek gets really into it, starts suggesting creative shots and talking about themes. Forgets to maintain his alpha male persona and just becomes passionate film nerd again. Marcus texts me updates with photos of Derek gesturing wildly while explaining a scene. I think we're getting him back. The breaking point comes at his fraternity's formal event. Jessica is there as his date, looking gorgeous in a red dress. Derek is schmoozing with fraternity brothers about finance internships and investment portfolios. One of the older brothers, Chad, starts talking about women in really gross terms. Everyone's laughing except Derek, who looks increasingly uncomfortable. What's wrong, bro? Thought you were all about that high-value male life. Derek opens his mouth to agree, but nothing comes out. Jessica's watching him carefully, waiting to see what he'll do. Actually, that's not cool, man. The table goes quiet. What? Talking about women like that, it's disrespectful. Chad laughs like Derek told a joke. Don't tell me you're going soft because of your girlfriend. Derek stands up and the whole room is watching now. Maybe I am, or maybe I'm just tired of pretending to be someone I'm not. Walks out of the formal with Jessica following. She texts me, I think we got him back. Next day, Derek shows up at my apartment looking exhausted. He's wearing his old Naruto headband and a hoodie. You were right. About what? All of it. I became the thing I hated trying to prove something. We sit on my couch and he tells me everything. How he thought becoming confident meant becoming arrogant. How he thought self-improvement meant abandoning his interests. How he was miserable pretending to be someone else but too proud to admit it. I'm sorry for being a jerk. You were trying to help and I twisted it. And I'm sorry for making you feel like who you were wasn't good enough. We both screwed up in our own ways. So what now? Now I figure out who I actually want to be, not who I think I should be. It's the most mature thing I've heard him say. Over the next few months, Derek finds his balance. He keeps some of the good changes like eating better and going to the gym occasionally. But he also goes back to his anime and his passionate film debates and his creative projects. Quits the fraternity, but keeps a few genuine friends he made there. Stays with Jessica, who apparently likes the real Derek way more than the fake one. Even gets an internship at a local production company because his portfolio is actually good. Marcus, Jake, and I have a celebration dinner at the coffee shop where it all started. So we learned a valuable lesson about, Marcus starts. Don't. What? Don't make this into some profound moment with a lesson. We all just figured stuff out. Jake laughs. Fair enough. Derek shows up late with Jessica, apologizing because they got caught up watching a Kurosawa film. He's wearing a shirt that says, I still haven't seen The Godfather, and looks genuinely happy. So I've been thinking about doing a documentary about self-improvement culture and how toxic it can get. Of course he has. That actually sounds interesting. Right? Like a cautionary tale about losing yourself trying to find yourself. He's pitching ideas excitedly and everyone's engaged. This is the Derek I was trying to help, not change. Jessica squeezes his hand and smiles at me with a look that says thank you. Didn't fix him, didn't make him worse, just helped him find his own way eventually. Which I guess is what friends are supposed to do. Look around at this weird group of people who came together over one guy's identity crisis. Could be worse, could be better, but it's real. And that's more valuable than any self-help guru's advice. Derek's phone buzzes and he checks it. Oh no. What? My podcast episode about why I was wrong about everything just dropped and people are not taking it well. He shows us his phone. The comments are a war zone. They're calling me a sellout and saying Jessica made me soft. Jessica rolls her eyes. They can think whatever they want. Yeah, you're right. Screw those guys. Deletes the podcast app right there. Besides, I'd rather make actual films than talk about making films. Now that's growth. We all leave the coffee shop together, heading nowhere in particular. Derek and Jessica are arguing about whether Blade Runner is sci-fi or noir. Marcus is filming them for what he calls content. Jake is just happy to have his weird roommate back, and I'm relieved I didn't permanently break someone trying to help them. Sometimes people don't need fixing. They just need support while they figure things out themselves, even if they take the most chaotic route possible to get there. Later that night, get a text from Derek. Thanks for not giving up on me even when I was insufferable. Both versions. Smile and text back. Thanks for not staying an alpha male bro forever. Hey, I worked hard on those gym gains. I'm keeping those at least. Fair enough. Life goes on. We all grow and change, and sometimes regress and change again. The important thing is having people around who care enough to call you on your nonsense, even if they accidentally make it worse first. My face when I tried to fix someone and created a monster before getting back someone even better than the original. Worth it, I guess. Probably won't try to fix anyone else, though. Definitely won't. Jake just texted asking if I can help him get more confident. God help me. Here we go again. Be me, Feminine. 24-year-old data analyst working from home. Spend most days crunching numbers and avoiding human interaction. My social life consists of Discord servers and occasionally waving at my neighbor's cat. One day, my cousin Brittany drags me to some tech meetup downtown. You need to leave your apartment before you become one with your gaming chair. She's not wrong, but I refuse to admit it. Arrive at this hipster venue with exposed brick and overpriced craft beer. Immediately want to leave, but Brittany has my car keys, scanning the room for the least annoying corner to hide in. That's when I see him. This guy standing alone near the snack table wearing a Baby Yoda shirt and cargo shorts. He's got the most magnificent neckbeard I've ever seen in person. Not ironic, genuinely groomed it that way on purpose. Watching him try to open a bag of chips for 2 whole minutes, finally just rips it and chips go everywhere. He says oof out loud, and I can't tell if I'm fascinated or horrified. Brittany notices me staring. Don't even think about it. Think about what? That look in your eye. You get weird when you're curious about people. She knows me too well. Decide to approach him purely for scientific observation purposes. Hey, chip catastrophe survivor. He turns around and adjusts his glasses like an anime character. Yeah, those bags are designed to fail. It's planned obsolescence, but for snacks. Oh God, he's serious. I'm Trevor, by the way. Of course his name is Trevor. We start talking, and this dude is a walking Reddit comment section. Every third sentence starts with actually, or well, technically. Works as a junior developer, lives with 2 roommates, moderates 3 subreddits. One of them is about ethical gaming journalism, and I have to bite my tongue. He shows me his phone background. It's Keanu Reeves. He's just such a wholesome human being, you know? Starting to understand why he's alone at this meetup. But here's the thing. There's something oddly endearing about his complete lack of self-awareness. Like watching a puppy try to climb stairs. Exchange numbers, and he immediately texts me a meme about social anxiety. Brittany pulls me aside looking concerned. What are you doing? I don't know. He's interesting. He's wearing Crocs with socks. Valid point, but I'm already invested. Week later, Trevor invites me to his place for a movie night. Shows up, his apartment looks like a GameStop, and a Reddit meetup had a baby. Funko Pops everywhere, like hundreds of them still in boxes. I'm collecting them. They're going to be worth something someday. Sure they will, buddy. His roommate Kyle walks through eating cereal at 8 p.m. Yo, Trevor finally got a girl to come over. The prophecy is real. Trevor turns red and tells him to shut up. Kyle just laughs and goes back to his room. We sit down to watch some Marvel movie, his choice, obviously. He keeps pausing to explain lore and comic book differences. Now, in the comics, this character, actually, it's like Wikipedia gained sentience and learned to breathe. Halfway through, he asks if I want snacks, comes back with Mountain Dew and Doritos, unironically. The dinner of champions. He's not joking, this is his actual cuisine. Finish the movie and he's so excited to discuss every detail. What did you think of the post-credits scene setup? It was fine, I guess. Looks genuinely hurt, like I insulted his family. Spend 20 minutes reassuring him that the movie was good. Driving home and can't stop thinking about this weird dude. Something about him activates my problem-solving brain, like he's a puzzle that needs solving. Text my work friend Sandra about him. Met this really unique guy. Unique good or unique concerning? Both somehow. She sends back just question marks. Over the next few weeks, Trevor and I hang out more. Each time I discover new layers of Reddit culture personified. He says things like this and take my upvote in real conversations. Once said thanks for the gold, kind stranger, when I bought him coffee. There was no gold, just a regular coffee transaction. Take him to a nice restaurant for his birthday. He shows up in a dress shirt and jeans, thinks he's fancy, orders chicken tenders and asks if they have honey mussy. The waiter looks at me like I'm running a charity service. Do you mean honey mustard, sir? Yeah, that's what I said, honey mussy. Contemplate faking a medical emergency. Meal arrives and he takes a photo for his Instagram. Watches him add 12 hashtags including #foodie and #date night. We're not dating, but I don't correct him. Later he posted on Reddit with the title, "First fancy dinner with a girl, am I doing this right?" Shows me the post with 47 upvotes, looking so proud. That's great, buddy. I know, right? Someone gave me a wholesome award. His happiness is so pure it's almost painful. Month 2 of whatever this friendship is. My coworkers start asking about my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend, we just hang out. Sandra raises an eyebrow. Does he know that? Pull up his Instagram, every third post is about me. Hanging with my favorite person. She gets my references. When she laughs at my memes, oh no, I've led him on accidentally. Need to have the talk, but also don't want to hurt him. He's like if a golden retriever became a person who uses Reddit. Invite him over to my place to set boundaries. He shows up with flowers from the grocery store and a card. The card has a cat on it that says, "You're perfect." My heart and brain are having a civil war. Trevor, we need to talk about expectations. His face immediately falls. Did I do something wrong? Was it the honey mussy thing? I can change. No, it's not that. It's just, what do you think this is? He pulls out his phone and shows me a post he made on relationship advice subreddit. How do I tell my girlfriend I love her? All the comments are encouraging him to be confident. Trevor, I'm not your girlfriend. The silence is deafening. He looks like I just told him Santa isn't real. But we hang out all the time and you laugh at my jokes and you touched my shoulder once. That's his evidence. I touched his shoulder. Spend an hour explaining that friendship exists. He's processing this information like a computer buffering. So all those times we hung out were just friend things? Yes, friend things. But I changed my relationship status to "it's complicated for you." Nobody asked him to do that. He leaves looking devastated and I feel like the worst person alive. Text Sandra what happened. You accidentally became his waifu. That's exactly what happened. Week passes and Trevor hasn't texted me at all. His Instagram goes dark. No posts. Starting to get worried. Reach out to Kyle, his roommate. Hey, is Trevor okay? Define okay. He's been in his room watching Andrew Tate videos. Oh God, no, not the pipeline. Rush over to their apartment. Kyle lets me in looking grim. I tried to stop him, but he's fallen deep. Trevor's door is closed. Can hear some Sigma Male podcast playing. Knock, and he opens it wearing a tank top and looking determined. Oh, you decided to show up. Trevor, what's going on? I'm improving myself, no more Mr. Nice Guy. His room has motivational posters now. One says, "Reject modernity, embrace masculinity." This is somehow my fault. Where's all your Funko Pops? Sold them. They were keeping me in a childish mindset. And your Keanu background? Replaced it with a lion, king of the jungle. What have I done? Try to talk sense into him, but he's quoting Joker movie lines. We live in a society where nice guys finish last. Trevor, that's not what I meant. You led me on, and now you feel guilty. Classic. He learned the term classic from pickup artist forums. Leave feeling responsible for creating a monster. Next day, Kyle sends me Trevor's new Reddit account. He's posting in all the wrong subreddits. Comments like women only want bad boys with 200 downvotes. Tried to start a thread called Why Being a Gentleman is Dead. Got roasted so hard he deleted it within an hour. But he's not discouraged, just getting angrier. Week later, run into Trevor at a coffee shop. He's sitting with some guys I don't recognize. They're all wearing the same brand of overpriced minimalist clothing. Walk over to say hi. Hey, Trevor. He looks at me with this new cold expression. What's up? Not even a question, just flat acknowledgement. Just wanted to see how you're doing. I'm great, actually. Really focusing on myself and my purpose. His friends are nodding like he's saying something profound. One of them literally has Sigma tattooed on his forearm. That's good, I guess. You seem different. Yeah, well, I had to stop being a simp. The word sounds so unnatural coming from him. His friends snicker, and I realize I'm being dismissed. Leave feeling more guilty than ever. Call Brittany for advice. You didn't cause this. He was already unstable. But I called him my little experiment to Sandra once, and I think he overheard. You what? Flashback to 2 months ago at a work happy hour. Sandra asked about Trevor, and I jokingly called him my little experiment. Thought he was in the bathroom, but maybe he wasn't. Oh God, you might have actually broken him. I didn't mean it like that. Doesn't matter how you meant it. Matters how he took it. She's right, and I feel terrible. Month passes, and Trevor's transformation is complete. He's fully bought into the alpha male thing. Started a YouTube channel about reclaiming masculinity. Has like 38 subscribers, but posts daily. Watching one of his videos out of morbid curiosity. Today we're going to talk about how women test you. He's wearing sunglasses indoors and has his arms crossed. The comment section is just other guys going through similar phases. Preach, brother. Women can't handle a real man. It's like watching a support group for the misguided. His roommate Kyle has had enough. You need to talk to him again. This is getting weird. He won't listen to me. I'm the reason he's like this. Exactly. So you have to fix it. Not sure I can fix what I broke. Decide to recruit help from an unexpected source. Trevor's former dungeon master from his weekly game, guy named Paul who runs a comic book shop. Explain the whole situation. Yeah, he stopped showing up to sessions, said D&D was for children. Is there any way to snap him out of this? Paul thinks for a moment. Maybe if he sees that his new friends are shallow? Not a bad idea, actually. Paul reaches out to Trevor about rejoining the campaign. We're doing a special one-shot. Everyone misses you. Trevor initially refuses, but Paul is persistent. Finally agrees to come to one session. The night of the game, everyone's there, including me. Trevor shows up looking uncomfortable in his new alpha uniform. I thought this was just the guys. She's part of the campaign, always has been. Paul lies smoothly. Trevor sits down reluctantly. They start playing and something magical happens. Slowly his new persona cracks. He's getting excited about roles and character choices. Does a voice for his character, a paladin named Sir Reginald. I shall smite thee with the fury of justice. Everyone's encouraging him and having fun. 2 hours in, he's completely back to old Trevor, laughing at jokes, making references, being himself. Then his phone buzzes. It's one of his new alpha friends asking where he is. Watches the joy drain from his face as he remembers his new identity. I gotta go, this is kid stuff anyway. Leaves abruptly and the table goes silent. That went well until it didn't, Paul sighs. Feel even worse now. Got a glimpse of real Trevor and lost him again. 2 weeks later, Trevor posts something concerning. A long rant about how society failed men like him. Comments are disabled and it's just word vomit. Mentions feeling like an experiment gone wrong. There it is, he definitely heard me that night. Screenshot it and send to Kyle. We need an intervention like now. He agrees and we plan something for that weekend. Gather everyone who knew old Trevor. Paul, Kyle, some guys from his Reddit meetup group, and Sandra for support. Even Brittany comes as moral support for me. We ambush Trevor at his apartment on Saturday morning. He opens the door in a robe looking confused. What is this? We're worried about you, Kyle says. I'm fine, better than ever actually. Paul steps forward. Trevor, you haven't been to game night in 2 months and you won't return my calls. I told you, I'm focusing on real life now. Hiding from your friends is real life? Sandra asks. He looks caught off guard by her directness. Everyone takes turns expressing concern. The Reddit guys tell him they miss his thoughtful comments. Kyle says living with new Trevor is like living with an angry stranger. Paul offers him a standing invitation back to the table anytime. Finally, it's my turn. Trevor, I need to apologize. For what, being honest? I called you my little experiment once and it was wrong. Can see him tense up. I heard you that night. Thought you were trying to be quiet. I didn't mean it like you were a project or something to fix. Then what did you mean? Struggle to find the right words. I meant that getting to know you was interesting and different, but I said it wrong. He's quiet for a long moment. You made me feel like a zoo animal. That hits hard because he's not wrong. I know, and I'm sorry, you deserved better than that. The room is tense and everyone's watching. Trevor sits down looking exhausted. You know what the worst part is? We all wait. I actually liked being your experiment because at least you paid attention to me. Damn, that's depressing. But then you clarified we were just friends, and I realized I was just entertainment. That's not true. I genuinely enjoyed hanging out, but not enough to date me. There it is, the core issue. Trevor, I'm sorry I didn't have romantic feelings, but that doesn't mean you weren't valuable. Then why did you keep hanging out if you knew I wanted more? Legitimate question that I don't have a good answer for. Because I liked your company, and maybe I was selfish. Admitting that out loud feels awful, but necessary. The group intervention continues for another hour. Slowly, Trevor starts opening up about how lost he's felt, how he thought becoming someone else would solve his problems, how the alpha male stuff gave him structure, even if it was toxic. I just didn't want to be the loser Reddit guy anymore. You were never a loser, Kyle says. I had zero dating success and lived in an echo chamber. Okay, you had some issues, but you were still you, Paul adds. The group helps him see that changing himself completely wasn't the answer. That maybe working on actual issues while keeping his personality was possible. It's not a magic fix, but it's progress. Trevor agrees to stop following alpha male content and rejoin society. Everyone leaves feeling hopeful but cautious. Stay behind to talk to Trevor alone. I really am sorry for how I handled everything, and I'm sorry for going psycho alpha male. We both laugh at how absurd this all got. Friends, I offer. Actual friends or experiment friends? Actual friends, I promise. He thinks about it. I need some time to figure out who I am without trying to impress you. That's fair and probably healthy. Take all the time you need. Leave his apartment feeling lighter. A month later, Kyle texts me. Trevor's doing better, back to normal mostly. That's great. Tell him I said hi. He wants to know if you'll come to game night this week. Hesitate because I don't want to mess up his progress. Is he sure? Yeah, says the party needs a good rogue. Decide to risk it. Show up to Paul's comic shop for the session. Trevor's there in a regular t-shirt and jeans, no costume. Looks genuinely happy to see everyone. Hey, experiment girl, he jokes. Everyone laughs nervously, but I can tell he's being playful, not bitter. Hey, reformed Sigma male. He cringes at his own past behavior. The game starts and it's like old times but better. He's more confident, but not in a toxic way. Makes jokes that land, engages without dominating. Even role plays a scene where his character admits vulnerability. During a break, he pulls me aside. Thanks for caring enough to stage an intervention. Thanks for not going full Andrew Tate permanently. We both shudder at the alternate timeline. I deleted all my alpha male posts. They were so cringe. Your 38 YouTube subscribers will mourn. They were all bots anyway. Nice to see him self-aware and laughing about it. So where do we go from here? He asks. We be friends, actual ones, with boundaries. And if I catch feelings again? You tell me and we address it like adults. He nods, appreciating the honesty. Deal. And if you catch feelings, I'll let you know, but don't hold your breath. Wouldn't dream of it. We rejoin the group and continue the campaign, watching Trevor interact normally with everyone. He's not the same as before, but that's okay. He's like Trevor 2.0, kept the good parts, worked on the issues, still says this occasionally and has too many opinions about Marvel, but he's genuine, and that's what matters. Game night ends, and we all head out together. Trevor offers to walk me to my car. You know what's funny? What? You actually did fix me in a weird way. I broke you first, though. Yeah, but I needed to break to rebuild correctly. That's surprisingly profound for a guy who owns 47 Funko Pops. Just don't call me your experiment again. How about my cautionary tale? He laughs, and it's the real laugh, not the fake alpha one. I can live with that. We say goodbye and I drive home thinking about the chaos. How one casual comment spiraled into a complete identity crisis. How trying to help, without clear communication, caused damage. How people are more fragile than we realize, but also how people can bounce back if they have support. Get a text from Trevor later that night. It's a meme about friendship with the caption, "Unproblematic friendship arc unlocked." Send back a laughing emoji. He follows up with, "Thanks for not giving up on me when I was insufferable. Thanks for not staying insufferable permanently. No promises, I'm still on Reddit. Some things never change." 3 months later, Trevor actually starts dating someone, a girl named Beth he met at a board game cafe. She's into similar nerdy stuff and thinks his references are funny. More importantly, she knew him as post-crisis Trevor. No baggage, no history, just genuine connection. Invite both of them to a group dinner. Watching them together is actually sweet. He's attentive without being desperate, confident without being arrogant, himself without being cringeworthy. Beth seems happy, and they have natural chemistry. During dessert, she leans over to me. "Trevor says you guys have an interesting history." That's one way to put it. "He mentioned you helped him become who he is now." Not sure that's accurate, but okay. "We helped each other learn some lessons." She smiles genuinely. "Well, thanks for being a good friend to him." Look over at Trevor, who's arguing with Paul about Star Wars lore. He catches me looking and gives a thumbs up. "Yeah, we're good now." Later, Brittany corners me. "So you successfully avoided the nice guy and the alpha male phases." "Barely. It was touch and go there." "Learn anything? Don't casually experiment on people's personalities." That seems like a low bar, but sure. She's not wrong. Also that people aren't projects and words matter. Look at you being emotionally mature. Flip her off lovingly. Drive home that night feeling content. Didn't fix Trevor. Didn't ruin him permanently. Just witnessed someone's messy journey to figuring themselves out. And learned that my curiosity needs better boundaries. Get a notification from Discord. It's Trevor in our group chat. "Movie night at my place this weekend. Beth wants to introduce you all to her friend." Kyle responds, "Is this friend single and emotionally stable?" "Yes and yes." Then I'm in. Paul sends a gif of excited dancing. Sandra just types, "I'm watching you all like a reality show." Same Sandra. Same. Respond that I'll be there with snacks. "No Mountain Dew and Doritos," Kyle demands. "Those are a delicacy, you uncultured swine," Trevor fires back. The chat devolves into argument about proper movie snacks. Some things really never change. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Put my phone down and think about this weird chapter of life. Accidentally hurt someone trying to satisfy curiosity. Watched them spiral trying to become someone else. Helped bring them back from the edge. Ended up with a genuine friend in the process. Messy and complicated but real. Better than any experiment. Could have predicted. My face when I called someone my little experiment and accidentally created a temporary alpha male. My face when we both survived and came out better. My face when I'm never using the word experiment around anyone ever again. Worth it, but never again. Trevor just sent me a meme. It's the friendship ended with template. Friendship ended with toxic masculinity. Now healthy communication is my best friend. Send back the approval seal meme. We've reached peak Reddit friendship. Wouldn't have it any other way. Be me, Feminon. 23-year-old marketing coordinator who thinks she's God's gift to dating. Been with my boyfriend Ethan for 2 years. He's conventionally attractive, goes to the gym, has his life together. Basically, what people would call a catch. Problem is, I got bored 6 months ago. He's too nice, too available, too predictable. Wants to do cute couple stuff like farmers markets and cooking together. Meanwhile, I'm swiping through dating apps when he's not looking. Not cheating technically, just keeping my options open. Tell my friend Vanessa about my situation at brunch. "So you're bored but you don't want to break up?" "Exactly, I just need some excitement." She gives me this look like I'm insane. "Have you tried just talking to him?" Talking is for people who haven't figured out manipulation yet. I have a better idea. I'm going to make him jealous. That seems healthy. Ignore her sarcasm and explain my master plan. Going to start going out more, posting thirst traps, being mysteriously busy. He'll realize what he has and start trying harder. Then I get the excitement without losing the stability. Vanessa just shakes her head and orders another mimosa. This is going to blow up in your face. She doesn't understand strategic relationship management. Phase 1 begins that weekend. Ethan wants to do a movie night at his place. Tell him I have plans with the girls instead. Oh, okay, which girls? Just some friends from work, you don't know them. He accepts this easily because he trusts me like an idiot. Actually going to a club with Vanessa and her sister. Post photos all night looking hot and having fun. Make sure Ethan can see every single story. Check my phone, obsessively waiting for his texts. He sends one message. Hope you're having fun. Be safe. That's it. No jealousy, no questions, nothing. This isn't how it's supposed to work. Come home at 2 a.m. expecting worried calls. He's texted goodnight with a heart emoji. What kind of boyfriend doesn't freak out? Phase 2, I start mentioning a coworker named Brad constantly. Brad said the funniest thing at work today. Brad thinks I should ask for a raise. Brad brought coffee for everyone. Ethan just nods along, asking polite questions about Brad. He sounds like a nice guy. That's not the point. Getting frustrated that nothing is working. Vanessa texts asking how the plan is going. He's literally not reacting at all. Maybe because he's secure in your relationship? That's boring. I need drama. She leaves me on red. Week 3 of operation make him jealous. Start coming home late from work events. Ethan has dinner ready and asks about my day. Give vague answers and act distant. He looks concerned but doesn't push. If something's wrong, we can talk about it. Nothing's wrong, I'm just busy. He accepts this and goes back to being perfectly reasonable. Starting to realize I might be dating a well-adjusted human. This is sabotaging my whole plan. Decide to escalate dramatically. Post a photo with some random guy from work at a team lunch. Caption it, something ambiguous like best lunch dates. Wait for Ethan to lose his mind. He likes the photo. He likes the photo. Call Vanessa having a breakdown. He's not jealous at all. What's wrong with him? Most people would say nothing is wrong with him. But I'm clearly trying to make him react. Have you considered that maybe you're the problem? Hang up on her because she's being unsupportive. Month into this, and I'm more invested in getting a reaction than the actual relationship. Ethan suggests we go on a weekend trip together. I feel like we haven't connected much lately. He's noticed but isn't being dramatic about it. Tell him I can't because I have a work thing. There's no work thing. I just want to see if he'll fight for it. Okay, maybe another time then. He's so understanding it makes me want to scream. Spend the weekend at home stalking his Instagram. He posts a photo at the gym with his friend Connor. Caption says, making the most of a free weekend. He looks happy. Why does he look happy without me? This wasn't part of the plan. Monday comes and I'm ready to be extra distant. Ethan picks me up for our usual coffee before work. Except he seems different. Lighter somehow. How was your work thing? Lie about some conference that didn't exist. He nods but doesn't seem fully engaged. Everything okay with you? Yeah, actually, I've been thinking about some stuff. Oh God, is he finally going to fight for us? I think we should talk tonight. Yes, the jealousy plan is finally working. Spend all day excited that he's going to do some grand gesture. Show up at his apartment that evening ready for drama. He's calm, has tea ready, sitting on the couch looking collected. This is it. The moment he begs me to stop playing games. Sit down and he takes a deep breath. I've been doing a lot of reflection lately. Here it comes. And I think we want different things. Wait, what? You seem distant and like you'd rather be anywhere but with me. No, he's supposed to be fighting for me, not giving up. So I think we should break up. The room spins. What? Why? Because I deserve someone who's excited to be with me. He's breaking up with me? And you deserve to figure out what you actually want. Try to backtrack immediately. I've just been stressed with work. I do want to be with you. He smiles sadly. I don't think that's true, and that's okay. Spend an hour trying to convince him to reconsider. He's gentle but firm, mind completely made up. Leave his apartment in shock. My plan to make him jealous ended with him dumping me. Call Vanessa crying. He broke up with me. I'm sorry, but also I warned you. You're supposed to be on my side. I am on your side. That's why I'm saying you screwed up. Hang up and spiral for 3 hours. Stalk his social media obsessively. He's not posting sad breakup stuff. He's just living his normal life. 2 days after our breakup, he posts a photo at some art gallery. There's a girl in the background, but can't tell if they're together. Spend 2 hours zooming in trying to identify her. Reverse image search her outfit like a psychopath. Vanessa texts, stop stalking him. How did you know? Because I know you. She's right, but I'm not stopping. Week after breakup, see Ethan at a coffee shop. He's with a girl, the one from the art gallery photo. She's got that whole aesthetic Tumblr art girl thing going. Vintage dress, tote bag covered in pins, docs. They're laughing together and she touches his arm. Feel my heart physically crack. Hide behind a plant before they see me. Watch them for 20 minutes like a creep. She's showing him something on her phone and he looks genuinely interested. They're having the kind of easy conversation I used to have with him. Before I ruined everything trying to manufacture drama, leave before they notice me, and cry in my car. 2 weeks post-breakup, Ethan posts a photo with the girl. Her name is Margot. She's a graphic designer. Very artsy. Caption says, "Great day with great company." All the comments are people saying they're cute together. Want to throw my phone into the ocean. Text him in a moment of weakness. "Hey, how are you?" he responds after an hour. "I'm good. Hope you're doing well." Polite and distant. "I saw you have a new friend." Why did I say that so desperate? "Yeah, Margot is really cool." Doesn't elaborate, doesn't ask about me. The conversation dies and I feel pathetic. Vanessa stages an intervention at my apartment. "You need to move on." "I can't. I lost the best thing I had." "You got bored and self-sabotaged." "I know that now." She makes me delete his number and block his socials. Last for 3 hours before I unblock everything. A month later, see another post. Ethan and Margot are official, apparently. Relationship status changed and everything. The photos show them doing cute couple things. Farmers markets, cooking together, art galleries. All the stuff I rejected he's doing with her. This feels like targeted psychological warfare. My coworker Sierra asks if I'm okay. "Just dealing with some life stuff." "Boy troubles?" End up telling her the whole story. "So you played games and he moved on?" Why is everyone so blunt about this? Basically, yes. "Have you tried dating other people?" Haven't even thought about it, honestly. She suggests downloading apps again. Spend one night swiping and everything feels wrong. These guys aren't Ethan. Realize I'm completely hung up on my ex. 2 months after the breakup, run into Ethan and Margot at a party. Mutual friend's birthday. Couldn't avoid it. They arrive together holding hands. She's wearing some vintage band tee and looks effortlessly cool. They're attached at the hip all night. Watch him be attentive and sweet with her, the way he used to be with me before I took it for granted. Margot goes to the bathroom and I make my move. "Hey, can we talk?" Ethan looks uncomfortable, but agrees. We step outside away from the party. "I made a huge mistake." "Okay?" "I miss you. I miss us." He sighs deeply. "I've moved on. I'm with Margot now. But what we had was special." It was until it wasn't. He's not budging at all. "Can we at least be friends?" He considers this. "Maybe eventually, but not right now." Margot comes outside looking for him. "Everything okay?" "Yeah, we're good." He puts his arm around her and they go back inside. Leave the party early, feeling defeated. Another month passes and I'm still not over it. Vanessa is losing patience with me. "It's been 3 months. You need to let go." "I can't. Every guy I meet isn't him." "Because you're not giving anyone else a chance." She's probably right, but moving on feels impossible. Get a DM from Ethan one random Thursday. "Hey, hope you're doing better." Respond immediately like I haven't been waiting. "I'm okay. How are you?" We chat for a bit, surface level stuff. Then he drops something unexpected. "So, Margot wants to meet you." "Why?" We talked about healthy relationships with exes and she suggested coffee. This feels like a trap, but I agree anyway. Meet them at a trendy cafe the following weekend. Margot is somehow prettier in person. She greets me warmly like we're old friends. "Thanks for coming. I know this is weird." Sitting across from them feels surreal. They're holding hands on the table. Margot starts explaining her philosophy on relationships. "I believe in open communication and breaking traditional boundaries." Where is this going? "Ethan told me about your history and I think there's a solution." Look at Ethan, who's staying quiet. "What kind of solution?" "Have you ever considered polyamory?" The coffee I'm drinking goes down wrong. "Sorry, what?" Margot launches into this whole pitch about ethical non-monogamy. How love isn't finite and relationships can have multiple structures. She has a whole notion board about it, apparently. "I know Ethan cared about you, and I'm secure enough to explore this." Look at Ethan for help. He's nodding along like this is completely normal. We've talked about it a lot and think it could work. This is insane, but also I'm desperate. "So you want us all to date each other?" "Well, more like you'd both be dating Ethan and we'd all hang out." Sounds like I'd be the third wheel with extra steps. But being in Ethan's life in any capacity sounds better than not at all. Can I think about it? Of course, take your time. Margot gives me her number and some book recommendations about poly life. Leave feeling confused and manipulated, but also hopeful. Call Vanessa immediately. They want me to be in a throuple situation. Silence on the other end. Vanessa? I'm trying to find the words that aren't just screaming. Is it really that bad? Yes, he's gaslit you into being a backup option. But I'd be with him again, as a third wheel in his new relationship. She makes good points, but I'm not listening. What if this is my only chance? Then you let it go because you deserve better. We argue for an hour. She's team move on, I'm team desperate measures. Week of thinking about it turns into me convincing myself it's fine. Rationalize that polyamory is progressive and modern. Ignore that I'm only doing this because I'm hung up on my ex. Text Margot that I'm willing to try. She responds with like 15 excited emojis. This is going to be amazing. Welcome to the polycule. Already regretting this. First official hangout as a throuple is at Margot's apartment. She's decorated it like a Pinterest board, threw up everywhere. Plants, tapestries, fairy lights, crystals. Ethan is already there, looking weirdly comfortable. Margot has made vegan snacks and has a whole agenda planned. I thought we could do an activity to bond. She pulls out tarot cards. Of course she does. Spend 2 hours doing readings and talking about energy. Ethan is eating this up, totally different from when we dated. He never cared about this stuff with me. Watch him be attentive to Margot's every word. When she goes to get more snacks, try to talk to him alone. So this is really happening? If you're comfortable with it, yeah. Are you happy? He thinks about it. I am. Margot's helped me explore different sides of myself. Translation, she's better than I was. Margot comes back and we continue the bonding. She suggests we all hold hands in a circle. This is cult behavior, but I comply. I'm so grateful for this connection. Ethan squeezes both our hands. Feel like I'm in an alternative universe. Week into this arrangement, and the reality sets in. They have couple things I'm not invited to. Date nights, inside jokes, shared routines. I'm included for movie nights and group hangs. Essentially a friend they occasionally get deep with. Margot posts photos of her and Ethan constantly. I'm in maybe 1 out of every 10. When I am, it's always the 3 of us, never just me and him. This isn't what I thought I was signing up for. Try to spend alone time with Ethan. Want to grab coffee, just us? He checks with Margot first. She's okay with it, but can we make it quick? We have plans later. The coffee date is 30 minutes of awkward conversation. He keeps mentioning Margot and their inside jokes. She's really been good for me. That's great. Dying inside but maintaining composure. I'm glad we can all make this work. He smiles genuinely. Me too, it's nice having you back in my life. Back in his life as a peripheral character. Month 2 of this poly situation. Margot wants us all to go on a weekend trip. Some cabin in the woods for a deeper connection. Vanessa thinks I've lost my mind. You're going on a couples retreat as the third wheel? It's not like that, we're all equal. Are you though? Don't answer because we both know the truth. The cabin trip is exactly as awkward as expected. 1 bedroom with a king bed. Margot suggests we all share it. Draw the line and take the couch. Spend the weekend watching them be couplely, hiking together, holding hands while I trail behind, cooking together while I set the table. They have their relationship and I'm just there. One night they disappear into the bedroom early, sit alone in the living room staring at the fire. This is not what I wanted. Hear them laughing through the walls, grab my phone and finally text Vanessa the truth. You were right, this is terrible. Come home right now. I can't, we're in the middle of nowhere. Then leave first thing tomorrow. She's right, I need to get out. Morning comes and I'm packing my stuff. Ethan and Margot are making breakfast together. Hey, where are you going? I think I need to head back early. They both look concerned. Is everything okay? Time to be honest. No, this isn't working for me. Margot puts down her spatula. What do you mean? I thought this would bring me closer to Ethan, but I'm just watching your relationship from the sidelines. Ethan finally looks uncomfortable. That wasn't the intention. Maybe not, but that's what it is. Margot tries to fix it with therapy speak. We can work on balancing the dynamic better. I don't think the dynamic is the problem. I am. They're both quiet. I agreed to this because I was desperate, not because I wanted polyamory. Saying it out loud makes it real. I think I need to actually move on instead of hanging around. Ethan nods slowly. I understand. I'm sorry if we pressured you. They didn't force me, but they didn't discourage me either. Pack up and call an Uber to the nearest town. 3-hour wait, but worth it to leave. Sit outside the cabin with my luggage, feeling free for the first time in months. Get home and Vanessa is waiting with ice cream. Proud of you for leaving. I'm proud of me too. We spend the night talking about everything. How I self-sabotaged my relationship with Ethan. How I agreed to something degrading because I couldn't let go. How I need to actually work on myself. So what now? Now I be single and figure out why I'm like this. She raises her ice cream spoon. To growth and not being a toxic person. To growth. Week after the cabin disaster, block both Ethan and Margot. Not out of anger, just need a clean break. Vanessa introduces me to her boyfriend's friend group for a game night. No pressure, just normal socializing. Agree reluctantly. Show up to find a mixed group playing Mario Kart. Everyone's chill and welcoming. One guy, Oliver, is quiet and stays on the sidelines mostly. He's wearing a vintage anime shirt and looks nervous. After a few rounds, end up sitting next to him. Not into Mario Kart. I'm terrible at racing games. Prefer RPGs. We start talking about video games and he lights up. He's passionate about storytelling in games and has strong opinions about character development. Not in an obnoxious way, just genuinely interested. Sorry, I'm probably talking too much. No, it's nice hearing someone care about something. Smiles and pushes up his glasses. Exchange numbers by the end of the night. Not romantic, just friendly. Over the next month, Oliver and I hang out casually. He's different from Ethan in every way. Not traditionally attractive by conventional standards. Kind of awkward, definitely nerdy, has some incel-adjacent views he's working through, but he's genuinely kind and treats me like a person. Doesn't put me on a pedestal or play games, just wants to hang out and share interests. One night we're watching a movie at his place. Can I ask you something? Sure. Why do you hang out with me? The question catches me off guard. What do you mean? You're like cool and pretty, and I'm just me. He's not fishing for compliments, genuinely confused. You're easy to be around, no drama or expectations. He nods, processing this. I like hanging out with you too. It's simple and honest. Something shifts in how I see him. Month 3 of friendship with Oliver. Realize I haven't thought about Ethan in weeks. Haven't checked his social media or asked mutual friends about him. Actually moving on for real this time. Oliver invites me to some anime convention. Normally would say no, but decide to try. He's so excited showing me around, explaining everything. Watching him cosplay as some character I don't recognize. He's confident here in his element. Thanks for coming with me. Thanks for inviting me. We take photos together and he posts them. Caption is just, great day with a great friend. No ulterior motives, just genuine. Later that night, admits something vulnerable. I used to be really bitter about women. What changed? Therapy and realizing my issues weren't their fault. Appreciate the self-awareness. I was toxic in my last relationship. We all have been at some point. No judgment, just acceptance. Kiss him on the cheek spontaneously. He turns bright red. What was that for? For being honest. He smiles wider than I've ever seen. 2 weeks later, we're officially dating. It's not explosive or dramatic, just comfortable and real. He plans thoughtful dates based on my interests, remembers small details from conversations, communicates directly instead of playing games. Everything I took for granted with Ethan, appreciate now. Vanessa meets Oliver and approves immediately. He's good for you. I know. And you're actually being a decent person. I'm trying, she hugs me. Growth looks good on you. 6 months into dating Oliver, run into Ethan at a grocery store randomly. He's alone, no Margot. We make awkward eye contact. Hey. Small talk about life updates. He mentions he and Margot broke up. The poly thing didn't work out long term. Sorry to hear that. Mean it genuinely with no ulterior motive. You seem good though. I am. I'm seeing someone. Tell him about Oliver briefly. Ethan smiles genuinely. I'm happy for you. We part ways amicably. No lingering feelings, no regrets. Just 2 people who didn't work out moving forward. Text Oliver after about the encounter. Ran into my ex, feel totally fine about it. That's growth. Proud of you. He sends a heart emoji. Realize this is what healthy feels like. Meet Oliver at his place that evening. He's made dinner and rented a movie I mentioned wanting to see. You remembered? Of course I did. Sit together watching the film, his arm around me. Not thinking about manufacturing drama or testing him, just enjoying the moment. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for giving me a chance. We're both people who had to grow. Him overcoming bitterness, me overcoming toxicity, found each other at the right time. Later, Vanessa texts asking how things are going. Really good, like genuinely healthy good. Never thought I'd see the day. Me neither, honestly. So we're done with the self-sabotage era. Completely done. She sends celebration emojis. Year later, still with Oliver. He's met my family, I've met his. We've had actual disagreements and worked through them. No games, no manipulation, just communication. Sometimes think about how I almost destroyed this by not being ready. Glad I took time to work on myself first. Oliver proposes at the same anime convention we went to. It's dorky and perfect and very us. Say yes immediately. Vanessa is my maid of honor, obviously. From toxic chaos to healthy love, character development complete. Shut up. Never. I earned the right to roast you forever. She's right, though. Planning the wedding, and Oliver wants to invite his whole friend group, including the people I met that first game night. Everyone's happy for us. His best man gives a speech about how I changed his life. Oliver was in a dark place before he met her. She helped him see his worth and become better, crying during the speech. Didn't set out to fix anyone, just grew together. Reception is filled with video game references and anime decorations. It's nerdy and wonderful. Dance with Oliver to some emotional anime opening. Thank you for taking a chance on the awkward guy. Thank you for taking a chance on the toxic girl. We both became better versions of ourselves. Later, see a Facebook post from Ethan. He's engaged to someone new, looks happy, feel nothing but happiness for him. Show Oliver the post. Your ex? Yeah, glad he found someone. He kisses my forehead. Me too, because it led you to me. Cheesy but true. Look around at the reception, surrounded by people who've seen me at my worst. Vanessa giving a tipsy speech about my character growth. Oliver's friends accepting me into their circle. My parents who worried about me finally relaxed. Came a long way from the girl who played games with a good guy's heart. Learned that manufacturing drama just creates misery. That desperation leads to accepting less than you deserve. That sometimes the person you least expect is exactly what you need. And that growth is possible if you're willing to be honest with yourself. My face when I wanted to make him jealous, and he ended up happy without me. My face when I got gaslit into a poly situation out of desperation. My face when I ended up with someone genuine who loves me for real. My face when everything worked out because I finally grew up. Worth the journey, even if it was messy. Oliver pulls me back to the dance floor. What are you thinking about? How lucky I am. We both are. Dance together, surrounded by acceptance and love. This is what it feels like when you stop sabotaging yourself, never going back. Be me, Femino, 21-year-old college student majoring in English literature. Have this friend Austin from my creative writing class. He's tall, has that messy artist hair, wears band shirts from concerts he actually attended. We've been friends for about 6 months, sit next to each other every class. He makes dumb jokes and I laugh way too hard at them. My roommate Iris says I'm obvious about liking him. You literally giggle at everything he says. I do not giggle, I appreciate humor. You touched his arm 14 times during one conversation. I counted. Okay, maybe I'm a little obvious. Austin and I text constantly about everything. Music recommendations, book discussions, existential crises at 2 a.m. He sends me memes daily and they're always perfectly timed. My friends say we're basically dating without the label. We're just really good friends. They all make that face like I'm delusional. One Thursday night, studying for finals and stressed. Austin texts me out of nowhere. It's a meme, some romantic couple thing with text overlay. The text says, when you realize your best friend is actually your soulmate. My heart stops. Read it 17 times in a row. Is this a confession? It has to be a confession. Why else would he send this specific meme right now, screenshot it, and send to the group chat with Iris and my friend Hannah? Girls emergency. Both respond within seconds. What happened? Send them the meme. Iris, oh my God, he's confessing. Hannah, this is it. This is the moment. We're all freaking out in the chat, spend 30 minutes analyzing every possible meaning. Maybe he's testing the waters? Or he's being direct but through a meme because he's nervous? This is definitely a confession. Nobody sends this platonically. My brain is going into overdrive. Start planning my response. Should I send a meme back? Should I just tell him I feel the same way? Should I wait to see if he follows up, decide to play it cool, and just react with a heart emoji? He sends back a thumbs up. A thumbs up. What does a thumbs up mean? Is thumbs up good or bad? Hannah. It's neutral. He's waiting for you to make a move. Iris. Or he's clueless that you didn't get it, was a confession. We're spiraling. Next day in class, Austin acts completely normal. Hey, did you finish the essay? Yeah, barely. He's not bringing up the meme. Why isn't he bringing up the meme? Maybe he's waiting for the right moment. Class ends and we walk to the parking lot together like always. Want to grab food? Say yes, obviously. At the diner, everything feels charged with meaning. He's talking about his favorite band's new album. The lyrics on track 5 are insane, so vulnerable. Is he trying to tell me something? Yeah, vulnerability is important. Maintain intense eye contact. He looks slightly confused but continues eating his fries. The meme confession is hanging in the air unspoken. Or maybe it's just hanging in my mind. Week goes by and Austin hasn't said anything. But he keeps sending memes. They're not romantic ones though, just regular funny stuff. Starting to doubt my interpretation. Maybe it wasn't a confession? Iris refuses to accept this. Boys are just bad at communication. Give him time. Hannah agrees. He definitely meant something by it. Decide to do some reconnaissance. Austin's roommate Casey is in my biology class. Approach him after lecture. Hey, random question. Has Austin mentioned anything about dating? Casey looks confused. Not really? Why? Just curious. He narrows his eyes. Wait, do you like Austin? Abort mission. No, just asking for a friend. Your friend should just ask him out then. Leave before I incriminate myself further. 2 weeks after the meme, still nothing. Austin invites me to a party his friend is throwing. You should come, it'll be fun. Will you be there? Obviously, that's why I'm inviting you. My heart does a stupid flutter. Spend 3 hours getting ready. Iris helps me pick an outfit. Cute, but not trying too hard. What if tonight is the night he says something? Then you'll be ready. Arrive at the party fashionably late. Austin is already there with a group of people. He sees me and waves me over immediately. You made it, introduces me to everyone. This is my friend from class. Friend. The word echoes in my brain. Maybe I misread everything. Spend the party attached to his side. He's attentive and keeps checking if I need anything. Want another drink? You good? These parties can be overwhelming. He's perfect and I'm dying inside. Some girl named Stephanie approaches us. She's gorgeous and clearly interested in Austin. Hey, I don't think we've met. She completely ignores me and focuses on him. Austin is polite but not flirty back. This is my friend, we go to class together. Friend again. Stephanie keeps trying though. So are you single? Austin laughs awkwardly. Yeah? My heart sinks into my stomach. He's single and he just confirmed it to another girl. Excuse myself to the bathroom. Text the group chat. False alarm, he's definitely not into me. Iris calls me immediately. What happened? Explain the Stephanie situation. He probably just didn't want to have that conversation at a party. Or he's actually single and not interested in me. She makes me promise not to spiral. Too late, already spiraling. Return to the party, and Austin is alone. Hey, you okay? You were gone a while. Yeah, just needed air. We end up on the back porch away from the noise. He's looking at the sky, talking about constellations. See that one? That's Cassiopeia. He's pointing and I'm just watching him. You're not even looking. Sorry, distracted. By what? By the fact that I'm in love with you, Austin. Just thinking about the essay due next week. Smooth recovery. He bumps my shoulder. We'll work on it together, don't stress. The casual intimacy is killing me. Month after the meme and I've accepted defeat. Clearly misread. The whole thing. Austin is just a good friend who sends memes, trying to move on emotionally. My friend from work, Josh, asks me out. He's nice, has a stable job, very normal. Say yes because why not? Tell Iris about the date. Are you sure? What about Austin? Austin is not interested, time to be realistic. She looks skeptical but supports me. Go on the date with Josh. It's fine, he's polite and pays for dinner, but the whole time I'm comparing him to Austin. Josh doesn't make me laugh the same way. Doesn't understand my references. Doesn't feel right. He asks for a second date. Agree half-heartedly. Driving home and Austin texts. How was your night? Went on a date. He doesn't respond for 10 minutes. Then, oh cool, how'd it go? It was okay. Just okay? Yeah, not sure about a second one. You should do what makes you happy. Wish I could tell him he makes me happy. Second date with Josh happens the following week. It's worse than the first. He talks about his fantasy football league for 40 minutes. Keeps calling the waiter Chief. I'm checking my phone hoping for an escape. Austin texts, SOS, need help with the essay, brain is broken. Perfect excuse. Tell Josh I have an emergency and need to leave. He looks annoyed, but whatever. Drive to Austin's apartment. He opens the door looking stressed with his hair everywhere. You're a lifesaver. His laptop is surrounded by empty energy drink cans. How long have you been at this? 6 hours, I've written 3 sentences. Help him outline his essay, and we fall into easy conversation. This is where I want to be. How was your date, by the way? Terrible, he said Chief unironically. Austin laughs so hard he snorts. That's a red flag. Multiple red flags. We work on the essay until 3 a.m., end up falling asleep on his couch. Wake up to him covering me with a blanket. Sorry, didn't mean to fall asleep. It's fine, you looked peaceful. Our faces are close and there's a moment. Then his roommate Casey walks in. Oh, morning, lovebirds. Austin throws a pillow at him. Shut up, we were working on essays. Sure you were. Casey is smirking, and I want to die. Leaves shortly after feeling more confused than ever. Finals week arrives and we're both stressed. Study together at the library every day. Other people in our class joke we're joined at the hip. Are you two dating or what? Austin laughs it off. We're just friends. There's that word again, stabbing me repeatedly. Last day of finals, we celebrate by getting fast food, sitting in his car eating burgers at midnight. I'm so glad this semester is over. Same. Thought I'd actually lose my mind. He's quiet for a moment. I'm really glad we're friends. Twist the knife, why don't you? Me too. He drops me off at my apartment. See you next semester? Obviously. Watch him drive away and decide I need to get over this. Summer break begins and we text less. He's working at some music venue. I picked up shifts at a bookstore. The distance is probably good. Maybe absence will make me stop being in love with him. It did not. One night he sends me a song. This made me think of you. Listen to it, and the lyrics are romantic. Here we go again. It's beautiful. Thanks for sharing. I knew you'd get it. What does that mean? Call Hannah in a panic. He sent me a romantic song. Okay, this time you have to say something. What if I'm wrong again? Then at least you'll know. She's right, but I'm terrified. Work up the courage to text him. Can we talk about something? He responds immediately. Yeah, what's up? Stare at my phone for 20 minutes. Type and delete 7 different messages. Finally settle on, why did you send me that meme a few months ago? Which meme? I send you like 50 a day. Oh God, he doesn't even remember. The one about best friends being soulmates. Oh, that one. It was funny, I thought you'd like it. My heart breaks in real time. It wasn't a confession, it was just a meme. Yeah, it was funny. Change the subject quickly. Spend the rest of summer accepting the truth. Austin sees me as a friend, nothing more. The memes, the songs, the late nights, all platonic. Need to move on for real this time. Fall semester starts and I'm determined to be normal. See Austin first day back and he hugs me. Missed you. Missed you too. We fall back into our routine, but I'm keeping more distance emotionally. He notices. You okay? You seem different. Just focused on school. He looks hurt but doesn't push. A few weeks in, he asks if I want to go to a concert with him. His favorite band is playing. I already have 2 tickets. Want to say yes, but trying to maintain boundaries. I don't know. I have a lot of work. Come on, you love this band. He's right and I'm weak. Okay, fine. He lights up and I remember why this is hard. Night of the concert, he picks me up, wearing a vintage tour shirt and smiling. Ready for the best night ever? At the venue, we're pressed close because of the crowd. He keeps his hand on my back so we don't get separated. The band starts playing and we're both singing. During a slow song, he looks at me. There's something in his expression I can't read. The moment passes when someone bumps into us. After the concert, we're walking back to his car. That was incredible. Told you it would be worth it. He stops walking. Hey, can I tell you something? My heart rate spikes. Sure. He looks nervous, running his hand through his hair. I've been wanting to say this for a while. This is it. This is actually it. I really value our friendship. Are you kidding me right now? And I was worried I did something to upset you. No, you didn't do anything. Okay, good, because you're important to me. Important as a friend, clearly. Drive home is quiet. He walks me to my door. Thanks for coming tonight. Thanks for inviting me. He hugs me, and it lasts longer than usual, pulls back and looks like he wants to say something. Good night. Good night, Austin. Watch him leave and scream into a pillow once inside. Iris finds me having a breakdown. What happened? Explain the whole concert situation. He's either the most oblivious person alive or he's scared. I'm tired of waiting for him to figure it out. She sits next to me. Then tell him yourself. What if it ruins everything? What if it doesn't? She makes a good point. Spend the next week planning what to say. Write it out, rehearse it, panic, delete it, start over. Finally decide to just be honest. Text Austin. Coffee tomorrow? Need to talk about something. He agrees immediately. Spend the night not sleeping. Meet him at our usual coffee shop. He's already there with my order waiting. Got you the usual. He knows my complicated order by heart. This man is going to kill me. We sit down and he looks concerned. So what did you want to talk about? Deep breath. I need to be honest with you about something. Okay? When you sent me that meme months ago, the soulmate one, he nods, looking confused. I thought it was a confession. His eyes widen. Oh. And I've been dealing with having feelings for you since then. The words are out and I can't take them back. He's just staring at me. The silence stretches forever. You thought the meme was a confession? Yes, which I know now was stupid. He starts laughing. Actually laughing. Are you serious right now? Why are you laughing? He's wiping his eyes. Because I sent that meme as a confession. What? What? You what? I was trying to tell you I had feelings. We're both staring at each other in disbelief. Then why didn't you say anything after? Because you just sent a heart emoji and I thought you were letting me down gently. I was waiting for you to say something. We've been idiots for 6 months. Complete and utter idiots. So you have feelings for me? Yes, thought that was obvious. And you have feelings for me? Yes, have had them forever. We both start laughing at the absurdity. We're disasters. The worst communicators alive. He reaches across the table for my hand. So what now? Now we stop being idiots? Sounds good. He leans in and kisses me. Finally, the coffee shop barista slow claps. About time. You two have been dancing around this for months. Apparently everyone knew except us. Leave the coffee shop holding hands. I can't believe you thought I was just being friendly. I can't believe you didn't clarify the meme. It was a confession meme. It was ambiguous. We're roasting each other and it's perfect. He kisses me again. We're never living this down. Never. Text the group chat. He liked me the whole time. Iris. We know. Hannah. Everyone knew. They're both roasting me in the chat. Show Austin the messages. Your friends are brutal. They earned the right. First official date is that weekend. Austin plans this whole elaborate thing. Making up for lost time. Takes me to a used bookstore, then dinner, then stargazing. Is this too much? It's perfect. We're at the park looking at stars. I should have just told you months ago. I should have asked what the meme meant. We're both terrible at this. The worst. Kiss under the stars like we're in a romance novel. His roommate Casey texts him. Dude, finally made a move? Austin shows me. Took long enough. You were simping for months. You were not simping. I absolutely was. Casey has evidence. Apparently he talked about me constantly. Everyone knew except you. Everyone knew you liked me except you. We're laughing again. 3 months into dating officially. It's disgustingly cute according to everyone. We finish each other's sentences, have inside jokes that make no sense to others. Still send each other memes, but now they're intentionally romantic. Iris and Hannah meet us for dinner. They roast us the entire time. Remember when you thought a meme was a confession? Remember when she planned your wedding over a heart emoji? Remember when both of you were blind idiots? Austin is taking it in stride. Fair? We deserve that. All of it, I agree. Iris raises her glass. To the dumbest love story ever. We all toast to that. 6 months in, Austin meets my parents. They love him immediately. My mom pulls me aside. He's wonderful. Where did you find him? Creative writing class. She smiles knowingly. And how long were you pining? Too long, don't ask. Dad corners Austin on the porch. Hear him saying something about intentions. Austin handles it perfectly. She's the best person I know. I'm lucky she tolerates me. Dad approves. 1 year anniversary, Austin plans something special. Won't tell me what it is. Just trust me. Takes me back to the coffee shop where we confessed. The barista recognizes us. The meme couple. We're We're never escaping this. Austin orders our drinks and we sit at the same table. So I have something for you. Hands me an envelope. Inside is a printed meme. It's the original Soulmate one with new text. When you finally figure out your best friend loved you all along. Below it says, "Will you marry me?" Look up and he's on one knee. The entire coffee shop is watching. I should have been clearer with the first meme, trying again. I'm crying and laughing. Yes, obviously yes. He puts the ring on my finger. The coffee shop erupts in applause. The barista gives us free coffee. This is the most on-brand proposal ever. Had to make up for the miscommunication. Call everyone immediately. Iris screams so loud I have to pull the phone away. He proposed with a meme? It's perfect for us. You're both insane. Congratulations. Hannah is crying happy tears. I can't believe this is real. Me neither. My parents are thrilled. Dad makes a joke about memes at the wedding. Absolutely not, I tell him. Austin thinks it's hilarious. Planning the wedding is chaotic. We want something small and personal. The invitations have a small meme reference at the bottom. Our friends won't let us live it down. Casey offers to officiate. I've been waiting for this since I walked in on you two that morning. We were actually working on essays. Sure you were. The roasting never ends. Wedding day arrives faster than expected. I'm getting ready with Iris and Hannah. Can you believe this is happening? Still processing that you both wasted 6 months. We're letting that go eventually, right? Never, they say in unison. Walk down the aisle to acoustic guitar. Austin is crying before I even reach him. You look incredible. Don't make me cry. My makeup took forever. Too late, already crying. Casey starts the ceremony. We're gathered here to celebrate two people who couldn't figure out they liked each other for half a year. Everyone laughs. But once they did, it was undeniable. Our vows are personal and reference the meme. Austin goes first. I promise to always be clear in my communication, even if it means fewer memes. Don't promise that. I like the memes. Everyone laughs again. My turn. I promise to ask clarifying questions and not jump to conclusions. But also to always know what you mean even when you don't say it. He's full on crying now. I love you. I love you too. We kiss and everyone cheers. Reception is filled with our favorite music. First dance is to the song he sent me that summer. This is when I almost gave up. Good thing you didn't. Best decision I never made. Our friends give speeches roasting us. Casey. Austin talked about her so much I started taking notes. Iris. She analyzed every text like it was the Dead Sea Scrolls. Hannah. We all knew before they did it was painful to watch. Everyone is having the best time at our expense. Austin stands up to respond. I'd like to thank everyone for enduring our idiocy. It was truly next level, someone yells. But I'd do it all again for this moment. He looks at me. You're worth every confused meme and miscommunication. I'm crying again. Stand up to join him. Thank you all for not giving up on us when we were being dense, and for the constant roasting that kept us humble. Raise our glasses together. To misunderstandings that lead to understanding. Everyone toasts. Later, cutting the cake and someone asks how we met. Austin and I look at each other. Creative writing class. And a very confusing meme. Tell the whole story to people who haven't heard it. They're laughing and shaking their heads. You two are perfect for each other. Two disasters who found each other. Dancing with Austin under string lights. Can you believe we're married? Honestly, no. Thought I'd be pining forever. Same. Thought you'd be my friend forever. We're both terrible at reading signals. The absolute worst. Kiss him and don't care who's watching. This disaster of a love story is mine. Honeymoon is 2 weeks in Europe. We visit bookstores and record shops in every city. Send memes to our friends about being newlyweds. They send back roasts about our origin story. Never forgetting the 6 months of stupidity. We're never living it down. Austin shows me a frame he bought. It's the original meme printed and matted. For our apartment. That's so cheesy. You love it. He's right, I do. Hang it in our living room when we get back. Every guest who visits asks about it. We tell the story every single time. Never gets old seeing people's reactions. You both thought it meant different things? For 6 months? How did you function? We've learned to laugh at ourselves. 5 years later, still happily married. Still sending each other memes. Now with actual clear communication. Our anniversary tradition is going back to that coffee shop. The barista knows us by name now. The meme couple returns. We order the same drinks every time. sit at the same table and reminisce. Remember when you thought I was just being nice? Remember when you didn't clarify your feelings? We were disasters. The best kind, though. Iris and Hannah join us with their partners. They still roast us regularly. Can't believe you two made it. Can't believe we did either, honestly. But we did, and it's perfect. Our friend group has grown. Everyone knows the meme story. At parties, someone always asks us to tell it. We've perfected the delivery. Austin and I trade off parts. So I sent this meme, and I thought it was a confession. It was a confession, but nobody clarified. Everyone laughs every time. It's our thing now, looking at the framed meme on our wall. You know what's funny? What? If you had just added "I mean us" after the meme, we could have saved 6 months. He throws a pillow at me. If you had just asked, same result. We're still playfully arguing about it years later. Terrible communicators. The worst. But we figured it out. Eventually. Kiss him, and everything is right. This ridiculous story is ours forever. Our kids will be so embarrassed someday. Can't wait to tell them about the meme. Austin is already planning the family story night. We'll need visual aids. You're going to traumatize them. They deserve to know their parents are dorks. He's not wrong. Get a text from Casey. Hey, remember when you two were idiots? Good times. Send back a middle finger emoji. He responds with laughing emojis. Seriously though, happy anniversary. Thanks for putting up with us. Someone had to. Put the phone down and look at Austin. He's already looking at me. What are you thinking? That I'm glad you sent that meme, even though it caused chaos? Especially because of that. He pulls me close. Best accident ever. Best confusion ever. We're still those same people who couldn't communicate, just better at it now, and so incredibly happy. My face when he sent me a meme once and I thought it was a confession. My face when it actually was a confession, but we were both too dumb to clarify. My face when we wasted 6 months being oblivious. My face when we eventually got married anyway. My face when our whole relationship is based on a miscommunication that worked out perfectly. Worth every second of confusion. Wouldn't change a thing. Except maybe asking clarifying questions sooner, but then we wouldn't have this ridiculous story, and this story is everything.